My name is Akanimo Osutuk. I'm currently a medical doctor that has a strong interest in tech. And so I recently signed up for the Cartesi hackathon. And for this hackathon, I will be building a decentralized means of storing data on the blockchain that focuses on access controls, um, decentralized storage, and also certain other cool features. So just quickly to go through our white paper, which would be linked in the submission. So I'm calling my platform Immunify. So basically what Immunify aims to doing in this Cartesi blockchain is implementing a decentralized database. For this, we'll be using decentralized SQLite, and we'll be persisting data on this in an encrypted format. So Immunify is going to be a platform that has a decentralized data store together with a two-way encryption system, and also in the future opportunities to tokenize health records and trade them in a marketplace, of course. So this is a really detailed um, um, white paper that I wrote about Immunify. So yeah, it talks about the certain challenges in healthcare, especially with healthcare records. I spent the last 6 months building a centralized health store for 2 hospitals in sub-Saharan Africa. So the problem of healthcare data storage is one that I do have good insight about. So this talks about the expectations of the modern day patient and the challenges that a decentralized data store would actually help to solve. Everything is in the white paper. So what solution do we propose for this? The first solution would be storing this data itself on a decentralized database which is running on Cartesi. I do have the updated white paper here, so I'm going to pull it up. So we would be storing everything on Cartesi. So the first step was I had to clone the repo for the rollups example, and for that we created a new project, of course, called Immunify, and the first step was actually deploying SQLite in it. So we've got SQLite here, and different tables, one holding the main patient data, another holding the data for the doctors, individual consultations. The table are virtually dependent on how you would want to structure based on how basically the workflows for every hospital. In the future, I hope Immunify would become 100% open EHR compliant. So if you are transmitting data from one hospital to another, it actually conforms to a certain standards. There are certain middlewares that help in data sanitization, and there's also an encryption module here that does encryption and decryption of data also, all fully implemented. So basically, in order to spin this up, you've got to have the rollup server running, which is already running in one separate terminal. Then next is I have my backend app running. So if we just quickly restart that also. Then I also have another terminal. So for this demo, I'm going to be mostly making use of the console application, the front-end console already provided by Cartesi. So I devised a certain means whereby all this is explained in the README. So I designed a new form of API system whereby it takes in the input from the payload and then runs a certain logic on them to know exactly what to do with this data. Take for example now, if you'd want to add like a new patient to the database, all you just need to do is you call this command, you cd into the front-end console, you call this command, and after that, so you call in this command, you post in the patient's wallet address. The wallet address here, it's like the primary keys, although we still make use of the ID while storing in SQLite. Then next you specify the name and the age. So you make the call and it sends it also. And there's also some lots of useful login info. So you see it's already trying to generate a transaction hash here for us. And I added lots of login info for this. So this is basically what it's been sent as for the request. So in the future, I intend to extract the address and run some access control features on it. So it basically takes this data and it pushes it onto the decentralized database, and you have an ID back. So everything here is well explained. Um, this is just a console, testing it out in the console, trying to also build a front end app that I hope will be ready hopefully before the deadline for the hackathon submission. So it's also included, and let's just reboot the server. It's running on localhost 8080. So I think I spent more time designing the site than working on logic. So this is it. So there's also there's a link to the white paper here. Oh yeah, I have to quickly update this. And another way to make use of the dApp, so you could connect your wallet and it picks up the wallet address, and then you could test out sending out the medical history. So thank you. That's a brief summary of Immunify.